The first day at a new school is supposed to be exciting, maybe a little scary, but nothing could have prepared 16-year-old Amara for the storm that awaited her. She stood in front of Westbridge High in her best outfit, a floral skirt her mother had sewn by hand, paired with a bright white shirt and a hopeful smile. New town, new school, new chance. But within minutes of walking through those hallways, she became a target. Amara had moved with her mother and younger brother to escape an abusive environment back in the city. Her mother worked 2 jobs just to keep them afloat, and Amara helped raise her brother. Her dream was simple: to find peace, finish school, and make her mom proud. But reality hit hard when she stepped into that school and heard the first whispers. Some of the students stared at her with judgment. She was different, her skin tone darker than most in the town, her accent slightly different, and her clothes not branded or flashy. A group of popular girls smirked as she passed them in the hallway. She tried to ignore it, but the comments got louder. "Charity case," one of them said. "Who let the thrift store in?" The day went on, and Amara pushed through, keeping her head high. But when she entered the cafeteria, everything changed. The group of bullies, led by a girl named Chloe, decided to take things further. As Amara stood in line, someone yanked the back of her skirt. In one brutal motion, they tore the fabric, laughing as her handmade skirt ripped in half. The cafeteria fell silent, and then laughter exploded. Amara froze. The room spun. She could feel every eye burning into her skin. The pain wasn't just physical, it was humiliation, trauma, a storm of everything she had been trying to escape. She ran out of the cafeteria, tears stinging her face, her legs trembling. What they didn't know was that Amara wasn't weak. Not anymore. She had grown up in the shadows of violence. After what her family had survived, she had made a promise to herself: never again would she be powerless. For 2 years, she had been training in Krav Maga, a martial art focused on self-defense. Not for sport. For survival. She changed into gym shorts from her locker and marched back into the cafeteria. The crowd was still buzzing with gossip when Amara stepped into the center of the room. Everyone turned. Silence. Then Chloe smirked. "What now, you gonna cry again?" Amara looked her dead in the eyes and said, "You have 10 seconds to apologize." The crowd gasped. Chloe laughed, thinking it was a joke. She moved forward to shove Amara again. But this time Amara reacted. In one smooth motion, Amara blocked Chloe's hand, twisted it back gently but firmly, and pinned her to the table without hurting her. Her movements were sharp, confident, and graceful, like she had rehearsed this moment in her mind 1,000 times. One of the boys with Chloe tried to step in. Amara didn't touch him, just turned and asked, "You want to go next?" He backed off. The entire cafeteria was stunned. Phones were out. Everything was recorded. Within 60 seconds, the bullies were no longer laughing. They were apologizing. Some out of fear, others out of shame. Amara didn't hurt anyone. She didn't have to. She had already won. A teacher finally stepped in, but not to punish her. He had seen what happened. So had the principal, who called Amara into her office, not to scold her, but to listen. After hearing her story and seeing the video, the school launched an anti-bullying campaign, using her story to educate others. The video of her standing up to the bullies went viral. Thousands of comments poured in, supporting her courage, her grace, and her refusal to be silenced. People from all over the world reached out. Amara's mother cried when she saw the messages, tears not of pain, but pride. In the weeks that followed, Amara didn't become a queen bee or a celebrity. She became something stronger, respected. Students started sitting with her at lunch. Some apologized. Even Chloe, after being suspended, returned and quietly thanked her for opening her eyes. Amara used the attention to start a small club at school, Voices Unseen, where students could share their stories, find strength in each other, and learn real self-defense. She didn't want anyone else to feel as helpless as she once did. And that floral skirt? Her mom stitched it back together with gold thread. Not to hide the tear, but to honor it, because sometimes the broken parts of us tell the strongest stories.
Inspiration at the end.
Sometimes, strength doesn't come from how loud you are, it comes from how you rise when no one expects you to.
Amara didn't fight with fists. She fought with dignity.
And in doing so, she changed more than her story, she changed others.